Good afternoon, Warrior Parents. It's Mr. Mead, and it is Friday, April 24th, flying by. Holy cow, next week, last week of April, first week of May. We are in the middle of a unit about the Phantom Toll Booth. We've had a lot of fun with this, talking a lot about setting, talking a lot about describing characters, and talking a lot about the theme. The theme of this book is that learning makes life better. And the characters demonstrate that or don't demonstrate that in a variety of ways. What the kids are working on next week is they're composing their own short chapter of the story where one of the characters from one setting gets switched to a different setting where they get to describe how that character would react. And so without reading the book, it's kind of hard to give you an example that would make sense, but talk to your son or daughter, say, hey, which character did you choose and what setting are they going to? And then we're specifically looking for good descriptions of that, of what is the character like? How are you showing that? What is the setting like and how are you showing that? And we'll be looking forward to finishing those. Hopefully by the end of next week, we'll have that done. There is a unit assessment that we'll be doing, but that might not be until the week after next, that second week of May. Speaking of assessments, we finished our M-STEP assessments, and that really went quite well. It felt like in years past where we've broken the M-STEP up into multi-day testing, that it just drags on through most of the month of April, even into May sometimes. In this case, we decided to allocate 1 day for language arts, 1 day for math, 1 day for science, 1 day for social studies. That's it. There was a makeup day for the kids who needed it, but it wasn't bad, and the kids seem to take it very seriously. It means that we're done with the state standardized testing, so I'm really pleased with that. We'll be anxious to be hearing how the kids did. You will get an official report on that at the beginning of the next school year, and I'm sorry that it takes so long. That's a state of Michigan thing. But they will be getting you a nice report that shows where your son or daughter is at, and the rankings are advanced, proficient, partially proficient, or not proficient is what we don't like to see. And historically, this has been a very difficult test. Statewide in Michigan, just so you know, in language arts, only 44% of the students in Michigan can pass the test with a proficient or advanced score. And it's been like that for many years. So very difficult test as schools continue to try to get kids to where they can pass the test. But that's where we're at as a state right now. Okay, one last thing, not school related. Well, it is school related, but not fifth grade related, is that we are having a school carnival here in a couple weeks. And the date is May 16th, I want to say. No, May 15th. And Mr. Moriarty has a baseball game. I have got a soccer game. And so we're looking for a parent or two who'd be willing to spearhead a game over at the elementary school. I had a couple ideas. I was thinking like a Nerf gun shooting range where you could shoot all, the foam cups down to win tickets. Or I was thinking like the masked monster having arm wrestling. I had a couple kids excited about that. And of course the idea is to have fun. And so whoever wears the mask and does the arm wrestling, the kindergartners will always win. And you just make it dramatic and funny for them. And so, or it could be something totally different. You could have race cars going down an inclined plane, any kind of game that would be fun. If you have an idea, if you're able to help out, we'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and shoot me an email at mmead@forestarea.org. Let me know what you're thinking, and we might be able to plug you in. Otherwise, Trout Festival this weekend. Hopefully everyone can make it out and have a good time. And as always, if you got questions, just shoot me an email and let me know. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend.